Hi friends! So this is a very special video this week because this video has been in the works for months now. So this Christmas, I and 17 other artists from around the globe have come together for a Secret Santa type art exchange. We each filled out a questionnaire, drew a name, and then we were tasked with creating a unique piece of art for our recipient. At the end of this video, I will be opening my Secret Santa gift to see who got me and what they created. But you'll have to stick around until the end for that. So let's get into my creation. The artist that I drew is Laws Antonino Creations. I really got to know Laws this year through the art community, and while she's still a bit of a smaller channel, she's incredibly talented and honest, and I just know that she's going to find her following sooner rather than later. Laws is so friendly and really encouraging to all of the artists in our community. And even though she's halfway across the world from me in Australia, she's always online. Seriously, no matter what time of day it is, she will be the first to reply. I swear this girl never sleeps. But really, she's just the most supportive creator that there is. So first, I need to decide what I'm going to create. The rules were really open-ended, but I do have a few hints to work with. Laws is definitely a cat person, that much I know. So we're going to start with a cat. Don't judge my sketch. It's the very beginning here. Okay, her favorite colors are pink, purple, and teal. She likes painting and watching TV. She loves the beach. Her favorite food is mashed potatoes. Ooh, she says in the questionnaire that her ideal animal would be a baby tiger. So maybe this cat is actually a baby tiger. And this is his nursery, and he's got toys all around him. Okay, I think I've got a vague plan of an idea. Wait. I think I've got a vague idea of a plan. Really quickly, and mostly off camera, I found a million references, sketched out my idea, and transferred it onto a canvas. I spent a long time with some tutorials and a ruler to draw this room in 2-point perspective. Laws is super talented, so I wanted to make sure the background was more than just my usual flat walls. That's also why I didn't record it, because it was a lot of hesitation and confusion. Okay, finally it's time to paint. Since Laws said her favorite colors are pink, purple, and teal, I'm going to paint the nursery in those colors. Except this isn't teal. It's turquoise. What's the difference between teal and turquoise? Teal leans a little bit more blue. Okay, let me go find a teal. Okay, I cannot find a teal. I have 6 different turquoise paints and not a single teal. I don't think teal is a real color. Okay, fine. I'll mix up my own. Later. I'm going to start with the background and sort of work my way forward. I want the background to be really light and blurry because I want the focus to be on the cute little tiger. After one coat though, these were not backgroundy enough. You know what I mean. So I lightened the color. Then, after that was fixed, I needed to add something more. So I spent a lot of brain time trying to decide what even to make for Laws. I settled on a painting as opposed to a craft because even though she does do some cute cartoony things from time to time, she has a more artsy-fartsy style than I do. Her style is more the kind that you would actually see in a gallery. So I really went back and forth about whether I should do something in my sort of cutesy style, but I ultimately decided to go more painterly. So, long story long, I decided to add a little texture to the walls and the carpet. You know how walls aren't just one flat color and carpet is sort of fuzzy?
Let's get a move on, Rose.
Anyway, I'm not even sure if you can see it, but it's important to me that you know it's there. Next, I'm going to work on this wall. And here we have a window out to the beach. Yes, this baby tiger lives on the beach. Because Laws said that she loves the beach. I mean, I also love the beach. Does anyone hate the beach? Besides Anakin Skywalker? This was by far the easiest part of the whole painting. Like, I think this beach just wanted to paint itself. Look at those clouds. They're so wispy and cloudy and not at all weird and patchy. Ooh, and the beach grass. Fab. I am so proud. After the beach was done, I did spend a good hunk of time obsessing over getting the window frame looking nice and woody. For this other wall, I decided to add a couple of little paintings. But, and this is the idea that I was most excited to add, these are going to be tiny versions of paintings that Laws has done. The first one is this skeleton Snow White that she just did recently. Well, it's a blurry and slightly deranged looking version of the painting that she did. But I'm actually not worried about it because these aren't the focal point of the painting. They're just a fun little Easter egg for Laws. For the second painting, I had to go back a year to this video where she painted the Little Mermaid. This one is a little bit busier, but I just took it shape by shape, and luckily Ariel is pretty recognizable in her own right. Ooh, you can really see the texture of the wall in this close-up shot. Good, it wasn't all for nothing. Okay, last, let me just put little frames around these. Next, for these 3 random items on the floor, I'm really not sure that they fit with the rest of the painting, but since this is a nursery, the baby that lives there definitely needs some toys. I'm not sure if you've hung out with a baby before, but they are not entertained for very long with windows and paintings. Unless you have a really intellectual baby. So anyway, these are toys. The first toy is Legos. And I chose this because one of the questions on the questionnaire asked about your favorite childhood memory. And Laws's was about a day trip that she took with a teacher and her best friend, and part of that trip was a Lego exhibition. Obviously, Laws told the story much more beautifully, but I'm not sure how much of the story she would want published. But I thought that it might be a nice personal touch on there. Provided that she understands the reference. She might just think I'm a weirdo. But I did paint the Legos in her favorite colors, so there's that. This item over here is a pancake squishy. In the same story about her day trip, she shared that they had pancakes. So obviously pancakes. It's a squishy because before I settled on a painting, I, for a split second, thought about painting a squishy for her. But Laws doesn't really give me squishy vibes. So this is a representation of a squishy that she won't actually know is a squishy unless I tell her. And why a tiger would have a squishy, I don't know. They would definitely destroy it. But at least it looks really good. The last toy in the room is a ball of yarn. Because a tiger is a cat, and cats like balls of yarn. It's like a law in the cat constitution. They like yarn and fish with the head still on. Alright, let's get to the main star of this show. So Laws said her ideal animal would be a baby tiger. And she has created a fair few Disney-themed pieces, so I'm gonna take a gamble that she at least enjoys Disney. So this is gonna be a baby Raja, Jasmine's tiger in Aladdin. I have many references that I'm flipping through so that I can get the proportions and the color patterns of Raja just right. And my plan is to work in sections as I go, focusing on blending and shading and getting it just right before I move on. But I'm not gonna lie, this is the most nervous I have been about any art project that I've done on this channel. I'm generally nervous about my art, well, all of life really, but this is a different kind of nervous. Laws is so artistically talented that I was really worried about making this good enough for her. Normally, I'm just painting and creating for myself, so as long as I like it, that's good enough for me. But this is about someone else. Something that she hopefully will want to keep and display, and I really want her to like it. I spent so long on this, making it just right, that I even figured out how to shade on the white. I did not mean to rhyme. For you paint nerds out there, I used Payne's Gray. I don't know how it's different from other grays, but all the fancy artists in the art chat that I'm in rave about Payne's Gray. I don't know why they love it so much, but I used it because of them, and I think it looks pretty good. And I shaded everything on this painting. I mean, every single section on this little guy has color variation. It's not accurate, but I don't care. I also worked really hard to make this guy uber fuzzy, because fuzzy equals cute. I did go back and forth a lot about whether I was going to have to do an outline, because there is a lot of white areas and I didn't want it to look like a big white blob. But after I very nervously painted some hair squiggles in with gray, I thought it just might work to not paint outlines. Finally moving on to his eyes, and I'm hoping that they'll look less lasery and creepy once I paint them in. I'm really struggling with his eyeliner here, so I had to get really, really close. Look at that. That is my ear. Disgusting. Okay, here's a random question for more experienced painters. When you're working off of a palette and you're like mixing your paint on the palette and then painting with it right then, what if you need to touch it up later? Like, I will inevitably mess up something in a section that I consider done and have moved on from, and now I need to touch it up. But by then, the paint is dried on the palette. Are you just remixing colors constantly? And how do you get it to match? I have jars of the carpet and wall colors sitting off to the side here, just in case I need them before this is done. Which I did. As I'm nearing the end and finally getting to his face, I'm starting to get less nervous and much more excited about this painting. I'm really liking how it's turning out.
Looking good. Ah!
This sort of really blendy and detailed type of painting is not something that I usually do, but I'm really considering doing it more. The cartoony aesthetic that I tend to go with is something that just really makes my eyes happy. But spending so much time on each little area and then actually being super proud of how it turns out, that makes my little baby artist brain really happy. I mean, this painting took me a good 12 hours, but I am super happy with it. The last couple of details this little guy needed were some eye shinies and some whiskers. I really, really, really hope Laws likes this. I know I've said that a lot, but it's true. Then he's ready to get shipped off to Australia. I am absolutely 100% not varnishing this because I am not risking messing it up at this stage. Laws can varnish this if she wants at her own peril. I packed this up with a few other goodies and sent it across the world. You will have to go to Laws' channel to see her reaction. I will link that video everywhere. Alright, but now it's time to open my gift. I am recording this live, so hopefully the audio is not terrible and don't mind my messy desk. The box doesn't fit on screen. My Secret Santa was Paint Crush with Kristy Rice. Kristy is a super talented watercolor artist, so I'm really excited to see what she might have come up with for me. Oh, there's a sweet little note. It says, "Hi Rose, I read and reread your questionnaire, but simply could not stop thinking about pink rainbows. Hope you love my crazy little pot. Happy painting, Kristy Rice." Oh, and she painted that. That's really pretty. I'm very interested to see what a pink rainbow is. I have lunch for later. All right. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, I get the pink rainbow thing now. That's so pretty. Oh, she did a great job. Has her signature on the bottom. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Kristy. Oh, it's sparkly. All of the Secret Santa videos will be out sometime this weekend, so you can head over to Kristy's channel to see her process making this for me. And obviously head over to Laws' channel to see her reaction to my gift. I'll link both videos once they're up, and I will link a playlist to all of the Secret Santa videos.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.